Long ago, in the land where the baobab trees kissed the sky and rivers carried secrets, there stood a village called Olambo. Nestled between three majestic hills, Olambo was a place of rhythm, spirit, and memory. The people here spoke not only with words but with drums, each beat telling stories of birth, war, love, and harvest. In this lively village lived a boy named Tamba. He was no ordinary boy. From the time he could walk, he had rhythm in his bones and fire in his fingers. By age 10, Tamba could drum better than most men. His hands moved like water, fast and fluent, making even the elders nod in admiration. But with praise came pride. Tamba began to boast. "There is no drummer greater than I," he'd shout, leaping on the center stone in the village square. "Even the rain waits for my rhythm." The young clapped, the old frowned. They saw the danger, for in Olambo, pride was a whisper the forest spirits did not like. One quiet evening, Baba Kito, the oldest man in the village, called Tamba to his hut. "My son," he said gently, "a drum is not a toy. It is the tongue of the ancestors. If you beat it only for yourself, it will one day turn silent." But Tamba only laughed. "Let them hear me in the spirit world. They should be proud." Now, far beyond the river Enkalu, hidden deep in the ancient forest, was a drum that no one had played for over 100 seasons. They called it the Whispering Drum. Carved by the spirits themselves, it could only be heard by those whose hearts beat with truth and humility. When Baba Kito spoke of the Whispering Drum, Tamba's eyes lit up. "I will play it," he declared. At dawn, without a word to anyone, he slung his drum over his shoulder and crossed the river. The sun rose behind him as the mist parted. The forest awaited. The trees grew taller and thicker as Tamba walked. The deeper he went, the quieter the world became. Birds watched from the branches, monkeys stopped swinging, and the wind carried ancient charms. Tamba pressed on, heart pounding with pride and purpose. At last, he found it, the sacred tree. Enormous, its roots coiled like sleeping snakes, its bark etched with symbols only the elders could read. Beneath it sat the Whispering Drum. It glowed faintly, untouched by time. Tamba stepped forward, hands shaking with excitement. He struck it. Nothing. He struck harder. Still silence. He beat with all his might, sweat flying from his brow. "Why won't you speak?" he screamed. Then the air shifted. The forest darkened. A whisper came, not from the drum, but from the earth. Shadows emerged from the trees. They were tall and silent. Tamba dropped his drum. "I only wanted them to hear me," he whispered. "You wanted them to see you," the spirit replied, "not hear the ancestors through you." Tamba fell to his knees. His pride crumbled like dry soil in the rain. The spirits left him there, alone. That night, he sat under the sacred tree thinking. No food, no fire, just silence. He watched the stars blink above the canopy. And for the first time, he listened, not with ears, but with spirit. Morning came softly, birds returned, light filtered through the leaves. Tamba picked up his own drum. This time he played not for praise, not for power, but for peace. As his hands found a rhythm from the heart, the Whispering Drum responded, gently at first, then louder. Together, the two drums created a melody that touched the trees, the soil, the birds, and the spirits. When Tamba returned to the village, no one clapped. They only watched. He walked to the center stone, bowed his head, and played. This time, Even the oldest elder closed his eyes and wept. From that day forward, Tamba became the village's true drummer. He taught the children. He played for healing, for harvest, for memory. Not the loudest, not the fastest, but the one who could make the ancestors dance. And so the legend of Tamba and the whispering drum lives on. Some say that when a true heart drums in Olambo, the forest still whispers back. So remember, my child, a loud voice may stir the crowd, but a humble rhythm stirs the spirit. When you create, speak, or dream, let it be from truth, not pride. And the ancestors will hear you.